risking it all. Yeah, I don't ever fall. Yeah, but if I do, I get back up, stand tall. Yeah.
I want to show you what I got in mind for course 4, which you guys really might not like me. You might actually tell me no, but here we go. So what is going on, rock bouncing fans? We are at Mountain Mud Run in Warren, New Hampshire, doing race prep for race number 2 for the King of the Mountain series. I want to show you, give a quick look around at what I'm getting into. Then we're going to start getting into some hill building. So Brenda's house is right there. So I imagine she's probably going to set it up. We're in the pit area for the events, the one-to-one events. This is where all the drivers and everything set up mainly. So Brenda's house, you usually come in over there. She's probably going to set up right there, so you guys can just come in and park right there. You guys have all this to set up tents, and we're probably going to be over here because I did plan to use this, but it's a lot more overgrown than I thought it would be, so I'm not going to use that. But John, the park owner, pointed this out to me, that I have all this to use, minus that because there's water in it. But go down, give you guys a look around. This is probably going to be our race area for race number 2. We're going to be in this general area. We might migrate a little bit, but this is probably going to be our spot. Just noticed that big wall too. All right, I'm gonna scratch my head for a little bit and throw you guys on the tripod, grab my shovels, my Hill Ninja tools, and get to work. Alright, I got one hill done. I'm going to give you a quick look at that real quick. They're going to be starting probably somewhere back here. And then coming up here, they're going up this. I got to get that stupid thing out of the way. But they're going up this, up and around, and then down right here. And then they're going back up this. Then they got to go around that big rock up there, and then they're dropping down that, and then coming through here, through the rocks, and there'll be a finish flag somewhere up there. Still working on hill 2, but I think they're going to be starting somewhere over there. They're going to be going up and over that pile, and then down into the pit. And then I got to figure out where they're going from there. But scratch my head for a little bit longer, and I'll come up with hill 2. Probably going to do most of this in time lapse, and then I'll probably end up going through a lot of the hills at the towards the end. And we are going to be going rock bouncing at the end, so definitely check it out. All right, I know I'm not doing the best job at filming. I'm kind of forgetting, trying to get back into the swing of things. So sorry for that. But here's hill 2. They're probably going to start somewhere over there and then come up this, and they're going down into the hole, down, and then they're going up this, coming around here, I'm going to move the rest of the leaves. Then they're going down right here. Then back up this way. And then this is going to be the final climb, which is pretty steep. And they don't really have the best run up, but that's going to be the final climb. The finished flags will probably be on the other side somewhere. That way they can't try to just field goal their way through the flags. I want to make it a little ways further away. But I think I just got a little bit of cleanup. These freaking leaves are everywhere and they're trapped underneath all the rocks, so the more crap I move, the more leaves I find. I'm trying to get rid of most of them, but anyway, Hill 3 is probably going to be kind of easy because I kind of already have a base of a course going, and I'm just going to make one more probably final climb, and yeah, I'll show you. Alright, we're going to get started on course 3. So we're going to make this into a hill. Pretty much just going to take away the big giant rocks and make it semi-possible and fill that giant hole. Yeah, here we go. Alright, I didn't have to do all that much for course 3, kind of incorporating what I already built. So there's going to be start gate, probably the same thing as hill 2, or course 2 I should say. So they're going to be starting up there, going up and over the hill. They're going down into the little valley. Then they're coming over to this. They're going up and then taking a turn back down the little hill that we already made. Then they're going to be coming through here, back all through this stuff, back up here, and then they're going up what they came down, and then there'll be finished flag somewhere over there. Drivers, you already know that the courses are subject to change. Yes, I am telling you the courses now, but I could change my mind come race day, and there could be slight deviations. So keep that in mind, and I want to show you what I got in mind for course 4, which you guys really might not like me. You might actually tell me no, but here we go. So we're going to incorporate some of this. Haven't really decided yet, but this is the part I'm going to try it before I make it part of the course. But there's about 1.5 feet of water in there, so obviously you don't want to go in there. But I see a pretty sweet side hill, so yeah, I'm probably going to grab one of my bouncers and test it out real quick, which it's not that crazy of a incline, but it does lean towards 1.5 feet, 2 feet of water. So my idea for part of course 4 is to make you guys go around it, come out over here, and then I'm going to pick somewhere on this hill and you're going to be going up it. But I got to clear a lot of crap at the top because yeah, there's a lot of overburden and John's junk crap up there. So yeah, we're going to well, I'm going to go grab a bouncer and just make sure I can make it around that, which I'm pretty sure I can. It's not that crazy, but I know it's going to be scary for some of you guys that don't like to get your bouncer wet. But that's a good thing to keep your bouncer up there, not in the water. So I'm going to get started on course 4, coming up with the beginning, and then once I get over here, I'll probably go grab my bouncer. Alright, now that I'm done with that monstrosity, course 4. Course 4 may or may not change just because I'm going to be using pre-existing courses. So if one part of the hill is kind of torn up, I may change it up a little bit. But as of right now, you're going to be starting somewhere over here, going up that little road, and then you'll probably have the choice to go down either side, whatever way you want. And then you're going to be going up that. Sorry about the shaky camera. It's not exactly level ground. But anyway, you're gonna be going up that and around and then down this little bit, and then you're gonna be coming over to the fun part. I have not tried it yet, but I'm pretty confident that when I go to test the hills, I'll be able to do it, no problem. But once you get down that, you're coming over here, you're going all the way around this little bowl without falling in the gross water. And then don't pay attention to that yet. You're going by that around here, and then the finish line is going to be at the top, probably a little bit set back, or it might even be over there because I queered quite a bit up there. But that's going to be course 4. So once again, starting over here, up and around, through there, up, around, and then around this, and then up there. Like I said, the beginning might change. We may not use that, I don't know, depending on how torn up it gets. But either way, there'll be arrangement of short course, and then before you get to this and that. And this is going to be our bounty hill. I was thinking about doing drag racing because we are in a big giant flat open area, but I saw a chance for a bounty hill. You guys saw me pack it in. Normally I would never do that. I would never pack down a hill, but you can kind of see it. That's where the lip is for the actual ground level. So there's a bunch of rocks in right there. So there's kind of a big shelf. So I kind of wanted to fill that in. I couldn't really dig into it to make it smooth the way it is now because of all the rocks. The more I dug, the more rocks I found. So the deeper I would have to go, and then it would be completely unclimbable. So, excuse me. So that's why I packed it in right there. I also packed it in a little bit right there because it's the same thing, where the more I dig, the more rocks I find. So hopefully we'll have somebody make that, but I don't know if you guys saw me falling up and down it, but I'm going to try to give you an idea. They're pretty much climbing up almost 90 degrees. That's probably like 75, 80 degrees. I wish I had an angle finder or one of the angle app on my phone or something. Actually tell how steep that is, but yep. That's going to be the bounty. That's part of course 4. So now I'm going to go get my timer and try to run some of the hills, or run the courses, and get a baseline of what I'm going to do for a time limit. And then we'll get you guys some slow-mo rock bouncing shots. Probably not going to run all the hills. Well, I'm not going to run the hills because I don't want to show too much to the drivers, because I know they're going to be watching. And not that I'm racing this year, but I also don't want to seem like I'm cheating. But anyway, and I also don't want to destroy the courses by ripping them up a bunch. But we are going to get you guys some slow-mo shots. So I'm going to go grab one of my bouncers and the timer and set some time limits. Alright guys, I am about to run course 4 to set a time, and I have not tried this bank at all yet. So you guys are going to see if it's hard or if it's easy, or if I ruin my bouncer by sinking it in 2 feet of water. There goes nothing. Well, that's easy, guys. Don't let that intimidate you. This is what you can be intimidated by. But again, that's pretty easy too. I don't know if I got that on camera, but that course was under a minute. I gotta go up there and grab my bouncer. The sad part is I'm probably gonna put the finish lines back a little bit that way, so technically I wouldn't have finished. I did make it up the hill pretty easy. Just send it, guys. So you guys can kind of see my tracks. It is pretty easy. There's not much to it, guys. So don't let that intimidate you. Yes, I made you go around it, but it is pretty easy. I gotta go get my bouncer up there. Get you guys some slow motion. Alright guys, that is gonna do it for the hill building portion of the video. We're gonna go grab my other tripod, my little smaller one, and get you guys some slow-mo shots. If you guys enjoy all the hill building and race prep action, please, please, please let me know in the comments. So I know to keep doing videos like this, sometimes I almost kind of wonder if I should keep doing videos like this. I know the drivers love seeing this because they get to see what's coming, but as in for the other subscribers, please, if you enjoyed all the hill building, leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Thank you very much. Well, I have been doing most of my testing with Blue Dream. I did have Cockroach out earlier, but the links that or the rod ends that I used on Cockroach are very chintzy and they're already giving out, so I'm not really using Cockroach, and it's making some weird noises. So we're running Blue Dream. We're just going to give you kind of a montage of a bunch of slow-mos on a different part of different parts of the courses. So enjoy. Let's go rock bouncing.